So this is... Whoa. That's why it looks big, because it is big. It's huge.
But he's only gone and phoned me while I'm away because he's broken his promise, hasn't he? Well, Dean, I'm amazed I actually found you, to be honest.
Bit of a jungle, isn't it?
Isn't it just? Where are we, mate?
We are on Throop Beat 2 on the Dorset Stour, and I am feeding, I don't know, there's probably 6 or 7 chub in the swim at any one time, but I think there's more than that because they drift off and they come back. I had a wander around with Chris and Simon, who basically do a lot of the work on the river here, and they cut this swim out recently. And literally within hours of cutting the swim out, the river's just loaded with onion weed and streamer, and it's thick. I mean, some of it's even unfishable, but within a couple of hours, from what they were saying, of cutting this swim out, there were fish at their feet. Oh, that's cool. We'll put it this way, right? Being shown where they are doesn't guarantee you a bite. But if we don't get a bite from here, this will be the last Deano's vlog.
Fingers crossed then.
What, fingers crossed for the bite or the last vlog? I was like, you Tobe. I was thinking that's well harsh. It definitely wasn't as simple as I thought it was going to be. Try and sneak out without spooking anyone. Simon was right, you can't mess about in these situations. It ain't the one that I thought was going to suck it in. It came out of nowhere and grabbed it. The one that I saw that come up for it looked that much longer and probably that much wider as well. Stay still. There you go. Probably £4. But actually watching it take the bait, that was awesome. Awesome. It's going to be the vlog full of whispers. People will never hear me talk so quietly. It happened so quickly, I had to wonder what happened. Toby, have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's epic, isn't it?
Go on, Dean.
Straight in the back of it. That's a perler. That's a perler. Like, it's not the biggest chub I'll ever catch. And you know I love a chub. Love a chub. It's a real cool fish. Stunning. Look at that, for a perfect chub. That is an absolute minter. Probably it isn't £5. But it's... They don't look any better than that anywhere in the world. That is absolutely top draw, that top shelf chub. Shall I do the cheesy line?
Go on then, mate.
Lovely chub leader. Oh, so disappointed in myself. That's a belter, right? Epic, man. I know you want me to do the rig chat now, don't you? You want to chat through the rig.
Can't take your eyes off it, can you?
Are we doing it now?
Yeah, we're doing that.
Like as in now?
Yeah, now.
I'm just going to grab the rod and do it now?
Yeah, now.
Like not yesterday, now?
No.
Alright, okay. I did the testing for these, so this is sort of nigh on the final product of the new Engage Specimen dual tip. So it's coupled with the new Speci reels as well, which I absolutely smashed in testing. Never broke one of them, and they were smooth as a baby's bum right until the day I actually had to give them back to Roon, and I was a bit gutted actually, because I sort of grow attached to my tackle, as most men do. It's essentially my barbel gear, £10 drag line. I've got a little micro swivel there, which is what goes into the leg clip, and I am putting a small micro leg clip on with a 2-ounce impact bomb if I want to fish on the deck. But actually, the fact that I can actually see the fish, and I can see the fish take the bait on this sort of like flicking it out free line type method, I don't care if I catch half as many, because one fish doing it this way is worth 10 fish on the deck in my book. So I've gone to £10 pure. I just want to like sort of something a little bit more inconspicuous and invisible in that last sort of 15, 18 inches. This, however, I think is the little bit of magic. So I've got size 12 MWG. You all know I love an MWG as much as anyone else. But what I've done is I've actually tied a hair. On the hair, I've put a pellet band. Now, the one thing you need to do when you're chub fishing is fish the bait as close to the bend of the hook as possible. And we're fishing pellets here. So I'm basically feeding medium ellipse pellets and I'm fishing a large one over the top. Just so I've got, it's a lot easier to see a large one over the top of the medium ones. Now, I understand if you're watching this video and you want to pick up some chub tactics that this won't work on most rivers and most swims. But what do you want me to do? Because in this swim, faced with these situations, I'm having the time of my life.
What a bite! Yes, Deano. Yes, Deano.
You see that?
Yeah, that one I saw properly.
I just had to move. Look at that. Just don't come much better, and I've said that a couple of times today, but a fruit, beat 2, Ringwood Angling Club, chub. Give it another 10-15 minutes of feeding, see what happens. But when we come and stood here, the better fish seem to push away. Plus, a nice guy's just come past and said he fished here yesterday and had a couple of 5s and a 6 from nailing it on the deck. I kind of want to fish this way because I never do it. But I'd also love to see a big one in the back of the net, so I'm sort of caught between two hard rock and the place. As much as I like seeing a float go under and I like seeing them take the bait, I also like the 4-foot twitch. That's in his bloody mouth. In his mouth. Right, in his mouth. Wings the killer. The pellet gets about 3 or 4 yards and then it just gets moved. Go on. No. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, you mother! Two things. One, I blew my chance with the big one on the second or third chub. But it is what it is when you sight fishing, you don't come on. Two, this style of fishing, you either want it still or with a slight upstream, just like your boat fishing. And as much as it doesn't look like there's a lot of wind at the moment, there is a nasty downstream wind, so I get about 2 or 3 yards of the pellet travelling at the same speed as the freebies, and then the bow of line kicks in and the pellet just comes straight out of sink, so not to be. So we will stick the leg clip back on, we will stick the lead on the leg clip and we will nail it to the deck because they're still there. And just not up in the water as much. Toby's not going to be best pleased because down there, sitting in the net, just resting for a minute, is a big chub. I promised him I wouldn't fish, and I wasn't intending to fish, but I saw 3 or 4, oh there's one there now still, I saw 3 or 4 decent fish scooch over the spot. I sprinkled a couple of pellets over the top of them and they came straight up and had it. So I lowered the hook bait and they had it straight away. Like, what's a man supposed to do? Like, ain't my fault. I had to do it. Rule number 1, fish caught off camera don't count. Even if this don't count, it definitely counts because it's quite big.
Right, on my way back to the swim. Food on my back as per Dean's request. But he's only gone and phoned me while I'm away because he's broken his promise, hasn't he? He's been doing some fishing whilst I've been away with the cameras. And he's told me he's only got them bigger in the net. Reckons up a 5, maybe even 6 pounder. Cheers, Deano. Thank you for that, mate. I'm now going to start a nice little jog back so we can get some shots of this. What are you like, Deano? You promised me, mate.
And any other shoot, I would have stuck to said promise, but I love me chub fishing. I've never hidden it.
That's a big one, mate.
It's a different, it's different gravy to the others. But when that come up and rolled on the surface, I don't want to rub it in, but it was an epic fight too. Winning that weed. But when it rolled in the net, I thought to myself, ooh, that's a big one. If it had a belly on it, I'd be super confident it's definitely 6 pound. But right now, because obviously they've spawned, they're probably at their lowest weight. I don't know if it's a big frame fish.
What are we saying? Do you reckon upper 5?
No, I still think it's 6 pound.
Oh, you still think it's 6?
If I'm honest, I think it's 6 pound. It wouldn't surprise me if it went 5.14 or 5.15.
Yeah.
But it's a proper fish. Not quite 6.5 pound, but it's definitely 6.7 pounds. And in October, November, mate, that is a very, very big chub. That's why it looks big, because it is big, it's huge. So that's got to be one of the biggest chub I've caught this early in the year. Very big chub this time of year, mate. Huge. Huge. It's a right result. You need to go and get some food and cut away more often. So much more effective on my own.
Like your unlucky charm.
I've had a lot of 6s, and I don't mean that in a big-headed way, but every one that I catch I look at and I just pinch myself, because I remember when I couldn't catch a 5. That is absolutely incredible. I did not see that coming. Been down here before and wanted big fish. At the right time of year you can expect it, but that is incredible. They're not spectacular in any way. They don't particularly fight massively hard. You know, but they're just you can catch them on the bottom, you can catch them on the top, and look, it's just a perfect fish. Good.